Now, before you begin this episode, let's go to our Fiverr sponsor advertisement of the episode.
Nothing comes between a man and his country, unless it's Norway. It's the newest winner of professional wrestling's crown jewel of Cable Cup. TV host and Anarchy play-by-play announcer Tim E.D. If you're his friend, then you already know that. Tim single-handedly came into a country and wrestled away the cup from the Norway people. Now Tim E.D. wants to get rid of ankle socks and defeat toast to become a part of this complete breakfast. Check out youtube.com/The Tim ED Show.
Now, we take you to the Wrestling is Wrestling podcast. Alrighty, so welcome to the Wrestling is Wrestling podcast. This is kind of an extra, and we're talking about the big show. Well, it's the big show. That guy. And he has turned face and heel a lot of times. And I mean a lot of times. And before I tell you the history of the big show heel and face turns, I want you to guess how many times the big show has turned face and heel. How many times?
28.
Okay.
30.
We got a winner, 30.
Yes!
30 times. And it's
Is that including WCW?
That is including WCW. So let us begin to this history of the Big Show face and heel turns. So we're gonna start off in 1996. The Giant, aka the Big Show, debuted in WCW as a heel. Then about 4 or 5 minutes later, he is turned into a face. Who the hell knows? That's what it says on Reddit. 1 week he was feuding with the Horsemen. The next week he was facing Sting. So he went from heel to face. And then, next week, in the pay-per-view for Halloween Havoc, he had a World Heavyweight title match, which was his second match ever against Joe Rogan. And won via disqualification.
Wow.
And won the World Heavyweight title, because it's WCW, the next night. And was the World Heavyweight Champion in his second match ever. No joke.
They knew they had some.
Yep. Then about 6 months later, the Giant turned heel and joined the NWO. After losing the world title to Rogan. And that was about August of 1996. So he's turned at least 3 times so far. And then 4 months later, he was kicked out of the NWO and became face. Then we had a break between 96 and 98 where he was just a face. And then 1998, he joins NWO Hollywood with Joe Rogan and joins heel.
He flips more times than a coin.
Yeah. So we're about almost like 5 right now. Then 4 months later, January 1989. The week after the infamous Finger Poke of Doom, which is where it was Hogan and Nash, and they were having a world title match, and
Rogan and Nash.
Rogan and Nash, thank you, just for Rogan. Rogan and Nash, they had the Finger Poke of Doom, where like they were together in the match, and like literally he just Hogan poked Nash, and he took a Rogan, god damn it, I'm botching up too much. Take a back bump, and he pinned Nash to win his World Heavyweight title, and it dropped the ratings. That same night, the Giant is kicked out of the NWO again. And there goes his WCW career. So far that is at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 7 times within 3 years.
3 more to go.
Yep. And then we go to the WWF, February 1989. Paul White, not the Big Show, Paul White jumps ship and debuts as a heel by breaking through the ring during Austin and McMahon's cage match.
I remember that one.
And then he threw Austin over the cage, and Austin won because he was to skip the cage. So that didn't go well. And then he a month later, turns face by knocking out Vince McMahon.
Is that during the corporation gimmick?
Yes.
Oh, great.
And then,
What year?
this is 99.
99.
Okay.
So this is 2 for 99. No, 3 for 99 right now. Then 4 months later, he turns heel by tagging up with The Undertaker and forming the Unholy Union, I think.
Unholy Union.
Yeah, something like that. And then 2 months and a couple of weeks later, the Big Show turns face when Albert and Big Boss Man do the Father is Dead storyline, where basically, like in kayfabe, Big Show had his dad passed away, And like Big Boss Man would make fun of him, saying, "Oh, your daughter was an idiot and a stupid man." And literally, he did a Blues Brothers thing where he went to his funeral and chained the casket of the fake body or whatever. He chained it and like drove away from the funeral parlor and stuff, and took the casket with the body.
Wow.
The Big Boss Man, not a nice guy, a very mean guy.
Yeah.
So then 3 months later, Big Show turns heel when Rock refuses Big Show's help against the New Age Outlaws, which pisses off Show and causes him to attack The Rock.
Jesus.
Then 3 months later, right after WrestleMania 2000, he turns face when he starts these impersonations of wrestlers. He impersonated like Joe Rogan, then Kurt Angle one time, I think Bret Hart probably. I can't really remember, but I remember that though. I remember the face turn.
So he was like that one guy who was later on where he dresses up as... Oh, yeah, now I remember, Charlie Haas.
Yeah, that was the gimmick. It was a Charlie Haas gimmick.
Oh, boy.
Excuse me.
That must have been a low point.
Or high point, depending on how you look at it. Then a few months later, no, excuse me, a year later, the Big Show turns heel again by chokeslamming Shane McMahon after Shane was recruiting guys to join WCW during the Invasion storyline, and that led to a last man standing match at Backlash 2001. Then, 3 months later, Big Show turns face when he aligns himself with Billy Gunn to form the Shoguns, the greatest tag team of all time.
It keeps going.
Yeah, it keeps going. Now we're about 2002. A year later, Big Show turns on Austin to join the NWO WWE version in 2002.
Third time.
Yep. And then he gets kicked out 6 months later and turns face.
3 times the charm.
Yeah. And then Big Show got injured for about a year.
Oh.
And then he returns back as a face in 2004.
Can you imagine if he wasn't out for that year? He could have had maybe additional 3 turns?
Yeah, I know. Additional 5 turns. And then we jump a big jump from 2004 to 2008.
Wow, very consistent.
I know. Yeah, 4 years. He returns at No Way Out 2008 as a face, but then it was short-lived because he turned heel that same night by attacking Rey Mysterio.
Big Show, what are you doing?
And he fought Floyd Mayweather at Mania 24 as a heel.
Wow.
I feel like he decided to become heel that night on his own. It was not like a story change. It was just... I just feel like
Big
he's
Show
a
does
heel.
whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Yep. Then 2 months later, they had the Great Khali versus Big Show match where Big Show turned back to a face.
You gotta be kidding me.
This is real. This is Reddit. Reddit's always truthful. Wink, wink. And then 5 months later, that same year, he turns heel by saving Vicky Guerrero from The Undertaker and had that feud. And then we go to bragging rights of October later that year of 2009. Excuse me, a year later. He beats Jericho to earn a spot in Team Raw, which is a face tease, and he turns face. And then October, weeks later, Team SmackDown beat Team Raw at bragging rights due to Big Show turning on Team Raw at that match.
Wow.
I thought you were going to say Carrot Top instead of Chris Jericho.
I was about to. I'm really tired.
Carrot Top versus Big Show.
Can we get a Photoshop image of Carrot Top as the Big Show?
Or Carrot Top versus Big Show.
Yes. Well, it's the big Carrot Top. And then we go about a year later, April 2010. Big Show punches out the Miz and turns face. And then he was drafted to the SmackDown brand, and we continue to be face, so he's still face. And then it led to 2 years later, so a good year, he was fine, he was face. And then Big Show returns as a heel due to receiving John Laurinaitis' ironclad contract after Laurinaitis has previously fired him and knocks out John Cena. Then March 9, 2013, he became face by helping Randy Orton and Sheamus against the Shield. And then at WrestleMania 29, Big Show turned heel after the match after he knocked out Orton and Sheamus after reaching the tag him during the match.
Damn.
And then August 12, 2013, he became face after helping out Mark Henry and Rob Van Dam against the Shield. And then October 6, 2013, he turns heel by knocking out Daniel Bryan in the main event at Battleground. And then knocks out Randy Orton, turning face again. He turned heel and face.
So he's still a heel right now.
No, he's back to face.
So he did a double turn in one match, and it was one guy.
Yes.
Wow.
He punches out Bryan to turn heel, and then he punches out Orton to turn face. And then it goes to Survivor Series 2014, where he turns heel against Cena and joins with the Authority. Actually, no, I missed one. He did the Rusev thing and it became no, he was face. Never mind, I'm getting confused. So yeah, he became heel a year later, and now recently he knocked out the Miz again, turning face in 2015, and that gives a total of 30 or more heel turns and face turns.
Wow.
So yeah.
Big Show, you had a colorful career, sir.
There was a podcast.
Don't worry, he'll turn heel in a few months.
Few months, you mean few minutes. All I can say is that even the Big Show said, I have no idea what Vince is doing when it comes to me doing face and heel turns. Because he was on Jericho's podcast, and Jericho's like, you turned face and heel so many times, why? And he's like, I have no idea. It just happens. Yeah, he has to wake up every morning saying, like, am I a goofball or am I an evil villain? That's how bad it is.
It depends on what side of the bed he wakes up on.
Yeah.
The left side, he's like...
The left side he's face, the right side he's evil. It's
Yeah.
like the dark side. That came out wrong. Sorry. So yeah, that was the history of the Big Show face and heel turn. I hope you...
Let's guess how is he gonna turn heel next though.
Exactly, that's what he turns heel. It just happens. It just happens.
Can't explain these things with
Can't-
Big Show.
Cannot explain.
Maybe he'll attack Cena during the Rollins Cena match.
SummerSlam 2004, whatever, he'll probably come in and knock out Cena or something. Or like, or
All he
just
has to do is just knock out someone. He'll just turn.
Or punch a camera guy.
heel turn. What can he be like? Just neutral.
Are there any neutral people?
No.
He could be the Swiss Big Show.
The
The Swiss Big Show.
The Swiss Show.
The
He
Swiss
just
Show.
stands there his entire match.
He wouldn't even have a match. He would just be standing out in the middle of on like the floor, just be like looking at the ring, just staring at the match.
Just pin me.
Oh god. So if there's any other face or heel terms that I forgot, which there probably is, to be honest, let us know in the comments down
Maybe
below.
like for a split second you couldn't even notice it, and then you went back.
Yeah. That probably
happened.
That probably happened, sure. But these are like the real face heel turns. But if there's anything we missed, let us know in the comment section. Thanks for watching this like extra. This is the Wrestling Podcast with Nadim and Mark. We are on SoundCloud, YouTube, and the OSW Review Podcast Network for PowerToWrestling.net. You should check us out. Follow us on Twitter. Big Show, follow us on Twitter. You will turn heel if you do it. At the WIWpodcastHD. And check out his Instagram.
Mark Anthony 195 Big Show. If you follow me, you'll stay face for the rest of your life.
And if you follow me, you turn heel at Raff Nation. If you follow Nadim, you'll probably be neutral. But yeah, all our social media links are in the links down below. Fiverr sponsorship is in the links down below if you want to advertise the pot about any bot count. Advertise any wrestling related product or whatever. You can go through Fiverr.com. And other than that, this has been the Wrestling Podcast, and we will see you next time. And we'll probably turn face or heel again.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Have a nice day. Well, we made it on Washington today. Have a good night. Ha.
Sayonara.
Konnichiwa. Or Big Show will be like, it's the Big Slow heel turn. Okay.